What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden, where we are once again pretending to offer some grain by we're mimicking this grain offering that's happening. Mimicking grain, I feel like is it's got to be what the deck name is, so that's what we're rolling with. Um, I called it grain mimic before, but mimicking grain just feels like it flows a little more. It could be the name of like a band or podcast or something. I don't know. Mimicking grain just. It's a next agriculture podcast, I guess. If anyone's looking for ideas for an agriculture podcast name, Mimicking Grain, feel free to use it. I won't charge you anything for it. That's just it's a free idea, a gift from me to you. Speaking of gifts from me to you, this video is, I guess you can kind of consider it a gift because I'm going to try to do it or release it outside of my normal release schedule because I want it just a little bit sooner to be, I want it to be available for you guys a little bit sooner than it otherwise would be. And, typically I do one video a week, but this one is kind of like a part 2 of the video from probably sometime within the last few days, maybe even the same day. I haven't really decided for sure. Kind of depends on how far I get in the editing process tonight. But either way, this is a part 2, a sequel, if you will, to last week's, or see, I'm already saying last week, the previous video, which was the same deck, tweaked a little bit. Well, I guess it has now been tweaked a little bit in this video, but the previous video is kind of the same concept, a little bit of a different approach to setting up the combo. And if you're not sure what the combo is, then go check out the part 1 video because then I don't have to explain it quite as in-depth here. But basically, Widow's Tables is going to be holding any number of clay enhancements. We need it to hold 1, which is going to be Grain Offering. Grain Offering lets you bounce up to 3 evil cards. If I play Mimicking Miracles on my Magician, I can copy the special ability of an enhancement until end of turn. That enhancement could be Grain Offering, which allows me to bounce up to 3 evil cards, as aforementioned. So one of those evil cards could be Mimicking Miracles, another one could be something like Betrayal, could be something like Confusion, could be Better to be Slaves, could be Mask of Fear. Either way, we're going to be doing a lot of damage and drawing a lot of cards. At least that's the goal. We can do this up to 4 times, bouncing 2 enhancements that are doing damage and then Mimicking Miracles itself. Doing that each time. We're either doing that during a block against my opponent making a rescue attempt or battle challenge or whatever, or we're going to be doing it in a side battle with something like Faith of Gideon. So it takes a little bit to set up. You have to have Widow's Tables, you got to have Grain Offering in it, so it can't even, you got to set that part up in your prep phase. So even if you're doing it in your, if you do some attacking and drawing and searching or whatever in battle, and you get to Grain Offering, then you can't put it into Widow's Tables, except with this little neat trick that I didn't mention last time. If you happen to draw into Grain Offering, or maybe like you already have Grain Offering and you play Widow's Tables during your attack, and then you draw into Prosperity, then you could discard Grain Offering from your hand to Prosperity and then put it in Widow's Tables instead. You do not get to draw 2 if you do that because it insteads the discard, which means you didn't pay the cost on Prosperity, but it's just a way to get it into Widow's Tables so that you can set it up for your block. If you are ready to do that, maybe like I'm going second or something, so that on my opponent's turn, reserve access is opened up and I can grab Mimicking Miracles and or Betrayal out of there to start doing combo-y things. So that's a little, and Prosperity kind of probably belongs in here anyway. It's just a good Lost Soul, one of the best, depending on who you ask, but depending on who you ask, it should just go in every deck. I'm not one of those people who necessarily puts it in every deck, but I generally tend to agree that it should be in pretty much every deck. It's just a good card, good free value. So anyways, once you have all of that set up, then you can start doing some damage. And in the part 1 of this two-parter, I guess, the deck release or the combo debut or whatever you want to call it, I had the deck a little more geared towards searching for the combo and getting it set up for, ideally turn 2 is when you could pull everything off. Say I go first, I'd search for everything, and then on turn 2 I can attack and make a side battle that I can control a little bit more than just doing the combo in a regular block. and then I can pull off the combo, and then I will be able to kind of hopefully just kind of snowball into a win from there. That's a little less reliable because searching is just not quite as good, and really, I mean, the OT clay stuff that I was trying to search with is just a little flimsy. It's not really doing anything else outside of the combo. Whereas now I kind of switched it up a little bit, where I took out the Moses and Elijah transfiguration stuff I was trying to do. I took out the priests that I was trying to get cute with Glory of the Lord and Book of the Covenant, and instead just kind of, and Covenant of Peace, I guess, and instead just kind of was like, all right, if I can't search for Grain Offering very easily in a way that synergizes with the rest of the deck, I'm going to search for it just by drawing into it. So that's kind of the idea, is that we can use cards like Matthew, we use John, we use Just a Martyr, Blood of the Lamb, Generous Giving, to try to draw a bunch of cards, hopefully on turn one, pretty much as early as possible, and just try to draw into Grain Offering that way. Or we could draw into Crowd's Choice, or we could search for Crowd's Choice with something like Thomas or Spirit as a Dove, and then get Grain Offering that way. Basically, I think it's almost as, or probably just as, or even more reliable than trying to get initiative to play Zadok Noid Solomon in battle, or even Covenant of Peace. Like, it's just a little hard to pull off, because for one, you have to have Covenant of Peace, you have to have another OT Clay card, which I wasn't really running enough of, I don't think, to make it like totally worth it. I don't know. I think I had enough, but it was just like, because by turn two, I think you're bound to have one of those cards. But I mean, if I'm playing Transfiguration on turn one, because I want to win the battle, then that's Moses and Elijah. That's two of them that are just gone. They're banished from the game. So I wouldn't be able to do that. So it's, I don't know. I just think this is a little better. It's a little better of a backup plan, because I can run a few other cards. Like Good Seed works fairly well in here, helps to have another option to get an Eternal Inheritance of Faith of Gideon. Actually, I'm pretty sure I had Good Seed in here before, but it makes Good Seed a little bit better because I have more heroes that I can add to battle, such as Just a Martyr, and even Thomas to do some banding can be kind of nice in some cases. I don't know. I just think Good Seed is better utilized in this case. Polycarp is nice because it can protect my Faith of Gideon or my Eternal Inheritance. But I mean, like, Faith of Gideon is kind of the one weakness, I guess. If I do it in the side battle, it's pretty much the one card that they could use 3 woes to stop in order to prevent me from pulling off the combo. So that is where Polycarp is going to come in handy. And then it's just generally faster because I can draw into some of my other good battle winning potential stuff, like the Ascension, Angel of the Lord, which I'm now using the New Testament version of because I don't have Zadok Anoints anymore, so I just have Spirit as a Dove for searching. So I think that that's kind of the way to go. I can lean a little more on Herod's Temple, I think, but yeah, I think that this version is just a little bit more stable. I don't know. I still should test it a little more. I think my opponent in this game is going to be playing a deck that's a little less oppressive, and so there's a little more freedom to actually get the combo off, and that is definitely going to help a little bit. It kind of took the chains off a little bit and let me actually start assembling the pieces. Still wasn't necessarily easy, not quite as easy as like something like Ashkelon, which is also different because it's a lot easier to repeat. If I pull off the Mimicking Miracles combo against someone in battle or even in a side battle, they're probably not going to attack me unless they know that they have a way around allowing me to do that. So it's not something that you're probably going to get up every turn, even though in theory you could. So maybe there's an argument for doing something to recur your battle winner or your side battle cards like Faith of Gideon, or maybe I should be running Brothers Conflict in here as well. That I could play it off of Polycarp or Just a Martyr. Anyway, that was a thought that I had actually when I had more white support in there with like Moses and Elijah that had fairly low numbers and could play white enhancements, just didn't quite make the cut. Anyways, I think pulling off the combo is generally going to be good enough, especially if they haven't played their big two yet. So that's kind of the idea, as long as they have confusion, I guess that is. So anyways, that is pretty much the main changes here that I made, like taking out the OT clay stuff, putting in Just a Martyr, Polycarp, added Thomas, added Reassuring Angels just as another consistency piece to get to Matthew, or even John or Peter on turn one, Peter to set up Widow's Tables, or John to just draw some cards that way. And then Angel from the Sun can draw some cards with Just a Martyr. Some of the other enhancements like Zadok Noid Solomon and I don't know, whatever else I had in here. It came out for Blood of the Lamb, Generous Giving. The Ascension is just nice because it can win battles, can grab my Prochorus just in case I need them. Or you can also bring in a lot of my opponent's offense because a lot of people are playing New Testament heroes. And so I think that is... the offense is just a little bit more sturdy. There's still not that many battle winners in here, many ways to really win the battle outright. But I mean, hey, later on, maybe I can take the grain offering out of Widow's Tables and use that to win in the last battle or something like that. I don't know. The other things that changed were pretty much just Storehouse was added in here to give me a few more ways to get out Mimicking Miracles and Betrayal. That way I could use Storehouse to take out Betrayal, and then say Mimicking Miracles for the block to get out with Conjurers. So that way I have both of them. With Conjurers, you can only get one enhancement at a time, so just makes that a little bit more easily accessible. Also, you will remain as another target for Storehouse to pull out. And then the Dominance, I changed that up slightly. I took out Glory of the Lord, no longer in here, and like I mentioned, I put in the New Testament Angel of the Lord. In Glory of the Lord's place, I put in Vain Philosophy just to try to help push the combo through a little more cleanly. Glory of the Lord wasn't really doing much else in here. Like it activates Temple Veil or Book of the Covenant, and it can maybe win some battles. But I think Vain Philosophy has a little more flexibility for what I'm trying to do in this deck. I could play Glory of the Lord while trying to do the combo, but then I can't play enhancements, so it doesn't really make sense. There aren't any priests and magicians that can play Mimicking Miracles as far as I know. If you know of any evil characters that are both priests and magicians that can play Mimicking Miracles, or even just priests and magicians, I don't think there are any that fit both of those. So yeah, anyways, Glory of the Lord plus Mimicking Miracles doesn't work as far as I know. So Vain Philosophy just felt like it would be a little bit better because I cut out the priests in here, and it just felt like it wasn't what this deck was trying to do anyway. So you will notice in this game that I'm using Shepherds instead of Grumbled. I did not switch it in the Lackey version because it doesn't matter, they do the same thing. But just know that as I'm playing the game, if Shepherds pops up, you probably won't even notice. But I've got Grumbled in here. Shepherds is in the physical version that I have built right here. So that is, I guess, similar with some of these other cards. Like I have different versions of Three Woes and I think Darkness, like some of the other stuff, because I'm using physical cards, and these were just what I could find as I was putting this deck together real quick. Anyways, this game is going to be against Marc Valake. So, and like I mentioned before, I think this is for round 4 of the Zoom Discord Invitational. So if, I guess without further ado, let's talk about our sponsors over at Your Turn Games, and then go ahead and get into the game. Over here on Your Turn Games, I mentioned before, the redemption tournaments are listed on the website here. Also, they have rules and guides. So some of the rules that you could go and find all of this on Land of Redemption as well, but just Your Turn Games, if you want to use this as kind of a one-stop shop for your redemption needs. It has a lot of stuff. It's kind of similar to Land of Redemption, but just without all of the articles posted as cleanly as they are over there. But I do just want to point out that all of that information is also here on Your Turn Games if you need that available. I like to have the REG and the Ordeer, like I've got them pinned in my favorites bar right up here above where you can see on my screen here. And I think in one of my other videos or my Lackey update video, you could probably see all my bookmarks up here. I've got one for Redemption that just has the REG and the Ordeer up here just because I play a lot of games online, and it's just helpful to have those accessible right away. So download those PDFs. You can get them updated either from here or from Land of Redemption, and you can bookmark those so that they're easy to get to as you're playing games on Lackey or on Zoom or however, Discord. So that's just what I wanted to point out from Your Turn Games here. But of course, I still have all their other Redemption supplies from cards, boxes, tokens, well, tokens for like dice and that kind of stuff. Like, not necessarily all the tokens that you see in Lackey, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. You know Your Turn Games, and if you don't, there's a link in the description below, and you can go check that out. Thanks to them for supporting this content. Now let's get into the game with Marc.
4.
Sick. Alrighty. I guess I will choose to go first.
I respect that.
Looks like you got a couple lost souls for me there. I did not
do.
draw any lost souls. I will not use any stars.
Okay, I will 1 star and stricken you.
Ew.
Yep.
All right, never mind. You can go first. No, I'm just kidding. That's fair. All right, no soul abilities.
Nope.
I will get started then. I will play. Let's put down a Herod's Temple. And I will put down a Nicanor.
Okay. Is this a Nazi Nicanor deck? Because I did not see your deck list from Lackey.
Maybe. No, it's not. But it's something. I haven't posted the deck list yet since I was planning to use it for the video. I think I will go to battle though, and I will attack with. Yeah, let's just attack with Simon Peter. No convert. Because sadly, you're not going to let me play Widow's Tables from my deck.
If this is a Deacon deck, that would be phenomenal. I'd love to see a Deacon deck. You can have the soul.
Sweet. I will put down Thomas the Twin. And I will pass the turn. I will say that Nicanor is at least not the only Deacon in the deck, but it's not fully Deacons.
Fair enough. All right, I will face down Art. Go Egypt. Just gonna grab the Arc.
Okay, got a Thomas trigger. I'll take a good dominant from my deck.
Yep. Gonna place the soul in Egypt.
I will grab. Let's do crowd's choice.
Okay. So I'm actually going to Evil Woes and shut that nonsense down.
Sure. Yeah.
So we got more searching to do.
Well, that's no fun.
Let's go Shem, Faith of Noah to grab Storehouse.
Before you put it down, I'm going to ask for a dominant initiative.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah, I think I'll do this now. I'm just going to play Vain Philosophy.
All right. So we got New Beginning, Flood, Japheth's Wife, Japheth, Angel of the Winds, Stricken, Storehouse.
It's a little tough. Tempted to do your Storehouse, but I feel like you're... Japheth's wife, she's not the one that plays Lost Soul from a deck, is she? That's Shem's
She
wife.
shuffles a deck and adds to battle.
Um, yeah, I think we'll just do your Angel of the Winds, because I think if you exchange, you can get Shem's wife or something and
Yeah.
do some soul stuff, and I kind of like not having souls here.
So I got Storehouse down now.
Mm-hmm. Who's playing the Soul Hide deck now?
Yeah, aren't you funny? All right. Let's go ahead and you have no evil cards in territory. Let's go Shem to Japheth, and I'll look at the top three.
Mm-hmm.
Take Ananias, underdeck the rest. That is my rescue.
Um, I will. Yeah, I will not block.
Fair enough.
See, you said you took.
And
Is it High Priest Ananias? Is that
yes,
okay?
and I pass the turn.
All right, draw a three. No stars, no souls. All right, let's go to prep. I'll activate Book of the Covenant. Go to reserve for. Let's do Send the Helper.
Seems pretty decent.
Yeah, kind of nice. We could bounce purple heroes in territory. I'll activate Send the Helper. I will not bounce anybody.
Okay.
Let's go. No, yeah, I can do that way. Angel from the Sun. We'll go searching for Justin Martyr. We'll go for Blood of the Lamb, and I will draw two from Angel from the Sun. Still no Lost Soul.
All right, my block.
Yep.
So Ananias, ignore angels, and restrict enhancements for the brigade not already in battle.
Yep. And let me just go grab my white out real quick so I can take off the green here. No.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go ahead and Angel the Ananias.
Yeah, that seems uncalled for. There you go.
Hey, if I could, I would have loved to have drawn three cards and maybe get a Lost Soul for you, but I will put down the Widow's Tables. So my Nicanor is now doing the things.
Let's see
Not
what in
that.
the world it actually does, because nobody plays that.
um, well, I've seen it at least used by one, competitive player. At least, he Crab on a Beach. I know he used it competitively.
Like, so are you able to underdeck or discard enhancements yourself? Or
Oh,
are you just
you're
entirely
talking about,
depending on
yeah,
me?
Widow's Tables. Yeah, so it's like if it's by an ability, you can uh, or like if it's discarded or underdecked by some ability, like it's not like I can just choose to discard during
Right,
battle,
right, right.
then
I'm
I can
just trying
place
to
it
think
there instead.
what in the world you plan on trying to do that.
Well, I mean, part of it's just that Nicanor says, well, you control another Deacon or Widow's Tables, then that's when
Oh, I
his ability
gotcha.
works. So not that I anticipate you're going to be doing a whole lot of drawing, but
It is unlikely.
yeah. But never know. Then I'm gonna pass the turn.
Okay. All right. I got a star. So I'm going to hold on to that so I don't forget. Got a virgin birth. I think we're going to go chief priest.
Sure.
Okay. No soul abilities. Did I just underdeck all those? Or did I keep them on top?
I think you put him on top,
All right.
but
That's what
I
I
don't
think
know. You
too.
could
But
just
virgin birth does get underdecked.
if you go to draw or something and they're not the cards that you thought, then we can fix that. But I assume you'll be coming in with Japheth at some point. Or
That is
searching.
true. So we got Storehouse for
Yep.
my upkeep tree. Let's grab Dove Returns.
Sure.
I think we're going to keep Woes on Thomas.
Yep.
Let's discard pile. Pop this guy back on the site. All right, no more triggers. I think we're good to go. I'm going to lay down Shem's Wife. There is no opponent's evil card for me to return, so we're going to skip out on that. And we will rescue with Shem and Japheth. And I will look at the top decks and then generate an OT soul from your deck. So that's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are not the same cards I looked at before, so we're good.
Wait, they should be the same cards you looked at before.
Oh, goodness, you're right. I forgot how Virgin Birth worked. You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you're right. So I'm going to take Glory the Lord, new one.
Okay. Seems good.
You good with me just shuffling the deck since I now know the top 4 cards on there as well?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yep.
All right, and then since your deck's not protected, we will try to pull an Old Testament soul out of there.
I'm playing NT Soul Unity. Gotcha. No, I'm just kidding.
If only.
I'll just kind of fan through and.
This is Virgin Birth going on the bottom. Now we're good.
Sure. Yep. So I got Humble.
Nope.
Prosperity.
Probably that one.
Maybe. Lost Souls. You want
Definitely.
That one? Shepherds. Lawless. Doll. Hopper. Darkness.
Let's get to Hopper.
Yep.
We don't need you generating more souls.
Fair enough.
All right, that is my rescue. I'm protecting flood survivors in territory and protecting souls from evil cards.
All right, I guess I will. Love to be able to look at your hand here, but I will block the Divining Damsel, and I will take a New Testament Human Hero from my deck, which will be Mr. Polycarp.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, my numbers are larger than yours, and she is not a priest, so glory the Lord.
Seems fair. It seems like a good addition to the Flood Survivor deck. Especially with
like
Soul
most
Hide,
of the
you get the
are priests, so it's amazing.
Right. Yeah, she's gonna die, and you will get the soul.
All right, I'm on the board.
On the board.
All right. I'm actually Chief Priests, my 1 TC wages.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to grab a Sheol.
Yep. Makes sense.
Underdeck that and pass the turn.
Okay. Sheol. Well, I'm still doing well at hiding the souls here.
Come on now.
Alright, upkeep. I guess I'll take the draw one off book. It's not a soul. Yeah, I'm not going to use book search. We'll leave Send the Helper up, I guess. Actually, yeah, I'll leave Send the Helper up, and I'm going to bounce my Justin Martyr. And I will go to battle. We'll attack with Angel from the Sun in exchange to my hand for Justin Martyr. And draw 2. Not searching. Found a Lawless. Lawless will target myself. Resurrection, Dull, John the Fisherman, Storehouse, Matthew, Good Seed. That's sad.
Fortunate. That is. All right. And that's all your shenanigans. I'm free to block.
Do I just do that now?
Good.
Uh, it's like there's got to be a way that you're gonna hide the soul here, and
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna battle this honorably.
all right. I'll take your word for it. Go for it.
Oh my god.
No, I'm
That
just
make me
kidding.
feel
You're
great.
good.
Chief priests, we're gonna searchy search
Yep.
for Annis the Elder.
Yep. Let's see. Dollar Lawless. Oh wait, were you gonna underdeck one of your own souls? Is that?
I was like, what, like, are you protecting myself from this? What is happening? Yes. So CBN Underdeck and Urnish.
All right. Well, um, I guess as long as I've already got some souls out. See, your chief priest is CBI, right?
He is CBI.
Okay. I guess I will play Blood of the Lamb, negate your shield.
Okay.
We'll draw three, a darkness and a hopper.
Pretty sure I already rescued your Hopper. You're
Or
just hoping to
sorry,
get
darkness and
souls
humble.
humble. Okay.
Different H lost soul. uh, clearly still waking up here, I guess. And I will not use darkness. I don't think. Well, yeah, no, that's fine. I will play the next enhancement, which will be the Ascension, and I will ban to Reassuring Angels, ban to Thomas, and sure we'll throw Polycarp in there. Um, so Reassuring Angels, I will do the exchange. Exchange for Mr. Fisherman.
I think you're just fishing for that Lost Souls card.
You know, you might have got me there. So I will reveal a good dominant, which will be the Son of God that I decided not to play. Toss the next enhancement, evil enhancement, and draw two. Two. Okay, did not find it. Thomas is negated because my humble isn't quite on. I think you've got a few fewer cards in hand.
That is
And
correct.
my Polycarp doesn't need to search because we already got John. So yeah, it's gonna be your initiative. Cool. Okay, let's put down some stuff. Put down an artifact. I'll put down a Patmos. Go find a Matthew. And I'll just go ahead and put him down. Probably gonna want to do that. So yeah, let's just play crowd's choice. I guess doesn't really matter. Good, I guess, and grab my three woes, which I'm gonna play as evil to negate your storehouse.
That is not.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'll put down the false prophet. I will pass the turn.
That's also somebody nobody plays anymore. He does something
I can
mediocre if I
look at a
recall.
hand and a reserve. So it's not just
Oh,
or
yep.
reserve, it's both.
The Cloud of Witnesses one, or the ROJ
Revelation of
one.
John, yep. Yep.
I'm looking at
Oh, early
yeah, the
church one, yeah.
early church one. The early
Nope.
church one was the TXP symbol.
Right.
All right, draw three, no stars. Upkeep storehouse is negated. Woes can remain on Thomas, I suppose.
Yep.
No other upkeep triggers. We're going to go into prep phase then with Dove Returns to discard an Evil Woes.
Right, that does that.
That is the only reason why that card is in the deck. All right. We're going to do POZ down there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good with how things are at the moment. I'll make a rescue attempt.
Sure.
We'll go Noah to exchange Chief Priests with Annis.
Seems good.
And he has to go to territory, if I'm not mistaken, right? In exchange. Yep, okay. Yeah. Can't hide him in my hand. He will band 2 gem. Unfortunately, I have more evil cards than you do. And he'll go to Japheth to look at the top 5.
Yep.
And I think I'll grab a Deceiver.
Sure.
A underdecked, and it is your block.
Okay. How many cards do you have in hand?
5.
5 in hand. Oh, and you did use Japheth's look, right? Oh, and I guess Noah's search too.
Yes.
So I'll take a couple of dull triggers, I guess, while you
That does make sense.
don't have any lost souls for Sheol to do things. Let's take a wages and Mask of Fear.
Okay.
Alright, then I will block with the False Prophet, and your hand and reserve are protected, so I will look at my hand and my
Good
reserve. And then I will ask for initiative.
Yep, go for it.
I will. Let's see. Who's the. Are either of those the add to battle wives?
Japheth's wife adds to battle if a flood survivor is removed from battle by the arc.
Okay. So I will play Better to Be Slaves. I'm going to capture your Noah, Shem, and Japheth's wife.
Noah, Shem, and Japheth's wife. Okay. So they are all captured.
You're leaving them captured?
Or
Or allowing them to be captured, I guess.
Thinking about it. No, I think you got enough souls over there.
All right.
Sucks to see them go for 3 turns, but
and then I will. Oh, I should have done that first, I guess. Yeah, that was silly.
so,
I
what are your
will.
numbers there?
I'm an 8-12, so I will ask for action priority, I guess.
Oh, you want to play a Dom or some such nonsense?
Some such nonsense.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I will activate my Herod's Temple. Reserve my DOU off the top to toss enhancements.
Okay. I think we're gonna try to do this again with a new beginning.
Fair enough. Yep. Okay.
I was hoping to get you to use up some more consistency pieces, but
Oh, sure.
you used up a few already, so it is what it is.
Let's see, that hit set aside as well. Yep.
Yep.
Kind of forgot that was a thing. Like, you've had that in your hand the whole time. But,
I've had it since turn 1, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's making me glad I didn't use the wages that I should have played before Better to Be Slaves.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping you'd get that down, but
So how do you, I guess you and Jalissa, how do you feel about the fact that Pitch and Gopher Wood doesn't protect Arc now?
It's not terrible.
Okay.
Most people don't have anything in their deck other than woes that gets at it really consistently, and obviously Dove Returns takes care of woes.
Well, I guess
And
I meant mostly from your own A New Beginning.
oh, I mean I mean, it's unfortunate, but now I could potentially get those heroes back a lot faster.
Yeah, that's true.
The other nice thing is with the rule change, you can use Book of the Law to bounce them straight out of the arc without having to wait the 3 turns.
Oh, yeah, that's clever. Hmm.
All right, no souls for me, and
All
no
right.
star
Well,
for
I'll
New Beginning.
make one for you with my Lost
What was this one
Souls.
you're specifically not supposed to get?
And I will lawless myself. See if we can find an evil card this time. Angel from the Sun, Nicanor. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, found one. Humble, Laban, Shepherds, and Second Coming.
Actually, I'm
What's that?
sorry. Yeah, go ahead and finish your thing.
So Laban come out, and then I've got Shepherds, which I will use to underdeck this card. Draw one. And I will trigger Lost Souls a couple more times. I'll give you one, and I'm going to actually make one for myself as well.
Did all those Lost Souls come into play at the same time?
Well, so Lost Souls came into play first, so I triggered that first, then Lawless, so then I can trigger it off of these two entering, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it could only trigger once if you drew multiple souls with it.
It's Yeah, so the only souls that I drew is because, like, if you draw multiple souls at the same time, Lost Souls
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
trigger
Yeah,
when those Lost
you're
Souls
right.
enter. But
Lawless
since
puts
Lost
it
Souls is
away.
already on, yeah.
Yep, I got you. Yep, sorry, I missed that part. So if
Right.
we're still on the same phase and whatnot, that can be negated or wozed correctly. You're correct.
Um, yeah, well, let's see. So for restarting battle phase, does the first thing you do have to be putting in a hero into battle? Okay, yeah, I mean, you can still woes it after you've presented a hero, I think, but, um,
Right.
yeah.
But I can't present the new hero because I don't have any, so there is unfortunately no point. So if we're past the
No,
battle phase, getting her won't destroy the tokens.
right.
Okay, and so I'm making sure. I'm going to hold on to woes if I can't get rid of the tokens because there's better things
Yeah.
I can use for
I
in the
mean, if you
future.
want, we could. I mean, it seems somewhat relevant, so if you want, we could
I feel
pause and ask.
pretty confident that I have to present the hero to actually start the battle phase.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
I'm pretty sure there's no way for me to get rid of the tokens at this point, so I'm good with
Sure.
that.
Okay.
We're gonna go Egypt into storehouse.
Yep.
I cannot put my meek soul into Egypt.
Did you just draw your opening hand again? Is that what we're dealing with?
No, I drew no hero, which was highly unfortunate. Oh yeah, no, I wish I had.
I suppose your opening hand you had like four heroes, so you would have had that, but you had three woes in Egypt, so
All right, I shall pass the turn.
alrighty. Draw my three. Mm, prep phase will activate book and see if I can pick up my reserve here. Grab my You Will Remain.
Yep, is a decent card.
Yeah. I will go ahead and play it. Or activate it on book. We'll start giving you some woes targets, I guess. Put down Storehouse. Put down Herod's Temple.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to battle. Let's attack with Reassuring Angels. And let's go to Johnny Boy.
Ooh.
I will reveal Son of God. Toss the next. And draw 2.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you've drawn 5 or more cards this turn with
I believe you are correct. Yep.
everything going on. So we're gonna go Deceiver into Foreign Wives
That
from Reserve.
seems pretty good. Man. If you didn't have that storehouse, I did have. Oh, I suppose yeah. Your Foreign Wives is a deck, not in hand. Okay. I had. I could have attacked with Matthew, or would have gone to Matthew, but I am going to play the Resurrection here. Just while my searching is uninhibited, I'm gonna grab Peter, and I'll ban to Peter. Peter will convert to Meek and get my Widow's Tables back out.
Okay.
And then I guess it is your initiative and stalemate, if you would like
I
it.
pass. I'm happy to take the stalemate.
Alright, I think I will unhappily take the stalemate. Let's put down a Justin Martyr. Yeah, I'm going to put down an Egyptian Magicians, and I will pass the turn.
Okay, no stars. Storehouse goes to upkeep. Or goes to reserve in upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab Goliath's Curse.
Okay.
So we're in prep phase. I'm going to put this guy in the site. We're going to activate Goliath's Curse to underdeck it and your Herod's Temple.
Sure.
The art. So lay down a POZ. And let's go ahead and make a go of it with Japheth's wife. I can shuffle a deck. Don't think I will.
Shuffle my temple off the bottom.
Nope. You can leave it right there.
Fair
that
enough.
is my recipe. 3-5.
Let's see. She's not doing anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, let's block with Egyptian Magicians. Oh, wait, you said 3-5?
3-5.
Yeah, that's still fine. Let's do that. Egyptian Magicians, I will reveal the top. Angel from the Sun. And I will, I'll ban to your Foreign Wives. So I am 6-10, or 8-10. Sorry.
Yeah, that was mostly a bluff.
Oh, all right, fair enough. You made me think, so that's...
I will pass the turn.
Alright, Prosperity. Do I want to discard to draw?
I mean, do you want to get blocked by Foreign Wives again?
Well, I might be able to get around that. But you do also have Priest of Zeus, so it's a little bit risky.
No, don't worry about him.
No, I don't think it's that. Yeah, I think I'm okay without that. I will do my storehouse. We'll grab Betrayal from reserve. I think, so you've got 2 soul tokens, right? One of them's in the site?
Yep.
Okay.
I think you just made one off of Prosperity, right?
No, I made 2
You made 2 originally?
initially
Okay.
with Lost Souls, because I made 1 for Lost Souls, and then 1 for each of us with Humble and Shepherds. I missed it on this turn with the Prosperity entering, so.
Okay, so we have 2 total ones in a site. I got you.
Yep. I am going to play Son of God on the one in this site, though.
Okay.
And I will Put down conjurers. Actually, yeah, I don't want to do that. I was like, oh, I missed my book draw, and I was like, wait, no. It's not worth it. Um, I will play Betrayal to underdeck your storehouse.
Ooh. Ooh.
So we'll leave up book. I'm gonna activate the new covenant. Book.
Hmm.
Go to deck. Let's grab. Send the helper.
Okay.
And I will deactivate your main. And activate Send the helper.
Yep.
Guess I'll bounce my Peter.
Makes sense.
And we'll put down Thomas.
Oh, that's less than cool.
What's that?
So that is less than cool.
He's back. I'm gonna put Grain Offering into my Widow's tables. And how many cards do you have in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I'm also currently at 6, so I'm going to go down to 5, 4. John, Simon, Peter, and Matthew. And I will go to battle. Angel from the Sun. I will exchange to reserve for Simon the Zealous. And I will convert him to Meek to choose Priest of Zeus to block. And, well, actually, you know what? I haven't drawn. Let's just choose Foreign Wives. I'm going to grab Faith of Gideon with
Okay.
Send the Helper.
That makes sense. And
Initiative.
that is your initiative.
Alright. I will play Faith of Gideon. I'll make your Foreign Wives fight my Conjurers. And Conjurers is going to take Mimicking Miracles from my reserve.
Ah, that's clever. That's clever. You're gonna just straight up bounce everything, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to start out with wages. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do it that way. I'm going to grab Confusion.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, I can't
Yeah, what are your
add
numbers
it to
there?
battle without passing initiative, so I'm going to underdeck wages. So back to a 3/3. Still my initiative then?
Hold up. Conjures is CBI, right?
Right, yep.
That wages is gone, so I can't get rid of that. Yeah, I guess you can play it.
Alright, let's do Confusion. Discard a card from your hand. Yeah.
Rainbow, Stricken, Malchus, Doobie, Burial.
Okay. Let's get rid of that woes.
Sad face.
Then I will still my initiative, I assume.
You assume correctly.
Alright, so Mimicking Miracles. Gonna copy my Grain Offering. I will bounce my Confusion, Mimicking Miracles, and you're a Priest of Zeus, I guess.
All right. Dominish.
Go for it.
We need to bury this now. I got a
Yep.
chance.
Yeah, I figured that was the case. That would be the case. So
You're gonna do this once again.
Yep. Well, let's do Confusion. Let's go to your deck this time.
Man, I don't like this at all.
Well, it would have been better if I had a way to draw cards too. But unfortunately, it's just going to be Confusion and Mimicking Miracles, so I'm not getting the most value. But I will definitely take the value of you having not played Son of God or Second Coming yet. So we'll go ahead and discard Son of God. This is
Eh,
the second use
painful.
of Confusion. You're out of dominance, so I'll just keep going here, I guess. Mimicking Miracles will.
In
Um,
retrospect, I should have just played woes on your grain offering, right?
I don't think that would
Always
have
would
worked
win,
either because the
right?
copy. Yeah,
You're right. There's literally no way out of that for me. That's
yeah.
brutal.
Oh, I think you could have woes Faith of Gideon, and that would have stopped the side
That,
battle.
that battle. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
hindsight. Funny. This is a fun combo. I
yeah.
this is interesting.
I'm glad to be able to pull it off. So, anyways, Mimicking Miracles will grab Confusion back and
And you're,
Mimicking Miracles, and
am I wrong in assuming you're going to hit second coming
yep,
next?
yep, we'll do that. Um,
Wow.
Mimicking Miracles to bounce these two. That's 3 on each. Um, can't remember. Well, yeah, I don't really care if Simon dies because you don't have any lost souls for me to rescue. So, um, I'm going to do Confusion again to your deck.
What do we got?
Let's do your storehouse, I think. Um,
That's the
that's
fourth.
the fourth on that one. Mimicking Miracles, copy Green Offering. I'm then just going to bounce my Conjures along with the other two. And bring us back to the battle here.
Man, I'm not even salty about that. That was really cool.
I count that as a win then. It's like it feels a little or it's hard to pull off, but when you do get it, and like when you pull off a combo that's a little annoying, but also like your opponent appreciates it, I feel like that's the best. Good news is that you win the battle challenge, so my Simon is gone.
Score.
And then I will pass the
Totally
turn.
worth it.
Yeah, the version that I played in the Lackey Grand Prix was just a little too, I don't know, a little too flimsy, I guess. I think where
Mm,
like if I didn't, I was doing like Transfiguration with the GOC Moses and Elijah, and then I had Aaron in there. I had like just enough OT play cards so that I could use Covenant of Peace as an additional way to search for Grain Offering, because that was kind of the piece that's hardest to get out. But
right.
I was like, nah, I think just going kind of more focused on the disciples is a little better, and just try to speed into it.
So I'm gonna do concealed riches. Discard that, and I'll exchange some stuff.
Sure.
Definitely want to exchange Malchus and I guess Goliath's curse.
Yep.
Gonna grab a deceiver back out. I'm gonna grab Covenant with Noah just in case I don't draw into a hero for yet another turn. I'll at least be able to get somebody next time.
Fair enough.
It's absolutely brutal.
Yeah, I guess we
Uh,
are. We
since
are
I can't do anything attack wise, I will pass the turn.
all right. We'll draw my 3. Hey, got an OT Lost Soul. Um, yeah, so let's do Lost Souls off of Darkness to make a token over there. And storehouse trigger. I will take my DOU back out. Will not use book. Guess I will use New Covenant. Now let's see. I have to decide which of my 3 covenants I should actually be using here. I think I actually want my You'll Remain instead. So yeah, let's deactivate New Covenant. I'll activate You'll Remain. Leave up Send the Helper. And I will bounce. Anybody? Do I bounce anybody? No, that's fine. Let's activate 4 drachma coin on Peter. But let's see. This is probably last round, right? I think I went
Yeah,
first. Yeah.
you went first, so I'll take one turn after this.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna gotta go all the way for cards here. So I'm gonna 4 drachma coin, discard, draw 4.
Come on, where's that second coming?
um,
That's a draw then, so I get a trigger off of POZ.
yep,
Let's hit your storehouse.
sure. It's concerning. I need my storehouse for. I guess I'll put down Nicanor. So I got him. Put down another artifact. And let's put down a few evil characters to clear out some space here. Alright, and I will go to battle. Let's attack with Matthew. And I'll convert him to Meek to take a peek.
Faith Among Corruption. Rainbow. Covenant with Noah. Stricken. Doobie. Deceiver.
Alright, and let's see, Dubious.
5.
Reread Dubious here. To get a good card, you can banish any number of cards. I see.
Don't worry about it.
Fair
If you
enough.
don't draw the second coming, it's probably going to get hit.
Yep. Alright, so I get to draw 6.
Yeah.
1. Top card.
Ooh.
2, 3, 4.
I mean, you can let me block before you play
6. I could, yeah. 1, 2.
Actually, I get a trigger off of POZ before you get to play.
13, 14. Yep, and I get my Send the Helper trigger before that, I believe.
No, okay, yep, that's fair.
So I will take Eternal Inheritance from my reserve.
So then POZ triggers, and I'll hit Widow's Tables.
He says territory, right?
He does say territory. Oh, is Widow Tables played a set aside?
Yep, for some reason.
That is slightly frustrating right now.
Because everyone ignores the widows, you know.
That is true. All right, so in that case, let's hit your Book of the Covenant.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yes.
I guess we'll second coming. Grab the Son of God. And so the question is,
at this point I just decline though.
Well, no, I'm not playing Son of God yet, or I'm trying to decide if I play it or not.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to figure out if you have a way to hide the lost soul, or if I try to fight for it another way. And then hope you draw into one so I can play Son of God on your turn.
I see.
I think at this point I fight for it because it's worth it to try to get the full win. So,
Yeah, I respect that.
see what you got.
All right. I mean, you definitely drew, so
And
there's that.
I did do a lot of drawing.
What are Matthew's numbers?
Use a 4-6.
All right. So I'm not going to get initiative no matter what. So let's just go with Deceiver.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he was back in your deck.
He was back in the deck,
Oh, that was dumb. All right.
biding his time.
Yep. I
That destroys the token.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking he was still in discard pile for some reason. I guess I should have asked to look. I guess let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have one lost soul left in here, but it's dull, so it's New Testament. Darn.
I mean, there's
Uh,
a chance I'm running OT Meeks.
what's that?
There's a chance I'm running OT Meeks.
I'm assuming they're all the same,
But they're all the same.
which means they're New Testament.
They are all New Testament.
Yeah.
They're all the.
Let's, I guess, play a good seed. Yes, unless you're planning to play a dominant or anything. Or see, you can ban too if you want.
I,
Does he ban?
you know, he does ban. I don't think there's anything I really want to do with. I mean, there's dubious doubters, but I'm not going to worry about that. So go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay. So good seed. Play that in territory. I will play Generous Giving. Draw 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Draw my 3.
All right, that's a POZ trigger.
Yep.
All right, well, let's start setting myself up for a rescue attempt. So, how many cards are left in your deck? You just deck out.
That was it. Yep.
Let's hit false prophet there.
Okay. Then I will play Spirit as a Dove. Take my Prochorus from reserve.
Hey, there was another beacon.
I told you. All right, that puts me at 12-12. So it's your initiative.
I am using by the numbers. I don't think I have anything to gain by letting you play more stuff, so I'm just going to let him die.
Sure. That's fine, yep. Okay, well, let's put down Prochorus just so that he can hit the table and have to pop up on people's screens and they have to read him. Let's do...
He deserves that much.
Put Herod's Temple back down. Polycarp in play. Reassuring Angels. Patmos into play. We'll go get my Simon from discard pile.
Nice.
And put Simon down. Guess just in case we'll put down Conjurers. Don't did I play a territory class in battle or in territory this turn? I don't think so. Yeah, so I played Good Seed and Spirit of the Dove in battle. Yep. So we'll play Wages and go get my Shield from reserve.
And you have a hard time hiding all them souls.
Hey, you do a lot of searching, so we'll see. If only I could activate it more than 4 times in a turn. And
find a way to underdeck your own soul and draw into it and generate tokens. That's possible.
Right, yep. I will discard Eternal Inheritance, and I will pass the turn. Come on, soul.
Yep. Alright.
So if you didn't have that Annis, I guess he did shuffle as Deceiver, so it might not have been on top, but I will ask for Dominish.
You may have the Dominish.
Before you can do anything crazy.
Yeah, the most I could have done was pop him in a sight.
Right.
All right, so it's turn 2 on the wife. Prep phase, there's no upkeep stuff, so we'll do pitch and go for wood. Actually debating about whether or not I want to get her out of there.
So you said you use Book of the Law to bounce?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what about 20 shekels, or does that say in territory?
Uh, Book of the Law says bounce a human not in battle, and then the rest of it pertains to Meeks, so it's irrelevant for this deck.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out if, okay, yeah. I was trying to think if
Yeah,
20 shekels would have been a better one,
only,
but it says
no,
territory. Yeah,
yeah, unfortunately it does. It 20 shekels would have been far better, but Book of the Law is the only one. Like Oath of Purity, they all specify territory,
gotcha.
which is very annoying. All right, so we're gonna do Noah's wife, and she gets to negate an evil card.
Uh-huh.
Are any guys CBP or anything like that?
Nope. Got a couple CBI dudes and Laban, which is nothing.
All right, let's hit Conjurers because he can go to reserve, I think.
Yep.
All right, and then I'll play Territory Class Enhancements, Faith Among Corruption.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to go for Noah? That is the question. You know, let's try doing this without Noah. I'm gonna bounce Japheth's wife out of the arc.
Without Noah.
I
Good.
know Jay might be yelling at me right now. Sorry, Jay. I'm no good at playing the Floods offense. I'm much better on the defense.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think we'll just go for it. Noah's wife.
All right.
Get out there, new girl.
So negating conjurers again, I assume.
Um,
Or wait, she only
then
says
only
put it in
having to
play.
put one in play from hand. Yeah,
So is,
my blue Gen 6 to 10 stuff is CBP though.
let's see. So if she reactivates, then is conjurer still negated?
I don't know enough about Noah's wife to answer that. To be honest,
Let's see. How many cards did you say you had in hand?
I got 4.
4. Okay. Well, I'm still gonna.
It's not going to affect the outcome of the game. So I mean,
Yeah.
we with the
Overall, yeah.
ruling, leave
Yep.
him. Yeah, I assume he blinked and that he's no longer negated. And if it turns out he is, then it didn't really make that much of a difference.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. I would just be grabbing wages, and I don't think I'm gonna play it. But I guess we'll leave it here in limbo just in case it comes up, and then we can figure out. Yeah, doesn't matter. Um,
It is Yornish, I believe.
okay. Let's see, the Faith Among Corruption is negate last, right?
Negate. It's one in play or negate last.
Yeah. Okay. Um.
Trying to save that for the DOU.
Yep. All right. Let's play Confusion. Discard a card from your hand
Or deck.
or deck, but okay. So coming with Noah is negate the last, and then that's only Rainbow is only CBN if there's a hero Noah's Ark. So let's do Covenant with Noah, I guess. Or wait, does that work? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Um. So yeah, I'm the 3/5.
Minish.
Yep.
We'll negate and discard an evil card. We're going to hit Conjurers.
That makes sense. I will special initiative. Use Mask of Fear. We'll interrupt that, and then yeah, I mean, I guess I could just do it that way. Let's do do Mimicking Miracles. And I'm going to bounce, or I'm going to copy Grain Offering, and I'm going to bounce these three. So Conjurers will be discarded. And then I will use Sheol to banish the False Prophet. Oh, it does have to be human. Okay. Then we'll add Laban to battle, and I'll get Wages of Sin that way.
Yep, that works.
Just so I've got it some way or another.
So what is his numbers?
Oh, sorry, this should be. He is a 2/7.
So it be a stalemate.
Yes.
What was the last evil enhancement play? That was Mimicking.
Yes.
So I think we're going to have to use Faith Among Corruption to undo all that with that. Well, no, because then you're still going to get Sheol's the thing that added later.
Yeah, I think doing that would just put the enhancements back into battle.
Yeah, that doesn't actually help me at all. So I got nothing else in my hand, obviously. So that is game. Good game.
Cool. And I'll play Confusion 3 more times. Or no,
yeah, okay. that is a nifty little combo. I think that
yeah, it's kind of it's definitely not an Ashkelon level combo, but it is a little bit harder to interact with, I think, once it's going, because like the side battle enhancement you could woes, like that's one of the reasons that Polycarp is in here, to help against that. But otherwise, like, you can't really woes anything to stop the combo, because I play Mimicking Miracles and it bounces itself, so you don't have a window to target it. Like, you could, if I'm playing Confusion, I'm probably taking out woes first. If I don't, you could woes Confusion, but then I can still bounce it. So
yeah, no, that's really cool. That is cool. I like that.
Yeah, I think I like this version better. It did take a little longer than I'd hoped to get the combo actually set up. Like, I didn't get Grain Offering until after the New Beginning, but I think it's still a little more sturdy, I guess, than what I was trying to do before with some of the OT clay stuff.
Right. No, it seems like it's a bit more robust. And once you pull it off once, that's pretty hard to bounce back from.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the main reason I only had the one side battle card in here. Like, I don't know. Now, after I put in Storehouse, which wasn't in originally, I was actually thinking that maybe I should put Brothers Conflict in reserve, and I could try to play that off of Justin Martyr or Polycarp and get another side battle set up. But it does work in a block too. I mean, kind of as we were seeing at the end there, like, as long as I get initiative, I can still
right.
Still
and
do
you got
it.
some good dudes in there for that.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
what are your thoughts on Flood for the after all the changes?
It's still Justin's favorite deck. I think the rule change didn't actually destroy it like people thought it would, because you can bounce characters out. I've also got Go Away and Reserve to bounce characters out of the arc, ahead of the 3 as well. So I don't think targeting arc and set aside is necessarily a bad thing for the deck.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ways to Dove Returns to get rid of woes. I mean, that's going to be kind of the main target of Noah's Ark, and then you've got Pitch and Gopher Wood goes to discard pile, right?
Or Pitch and Gopher Wood can fetch arc out of the discard pile. Yeah. Correct.
So it's like you can use Pitch and Gopher Wood to protect if you need to, and then if they do get a shipwreck or something, you can activate it later to get it back. So yeah, seems like it still can do the things. I mean, it definitely could do the Soul Hide thing well.
Yeah, it's not dead. And we were actually running a brown wilderness defense for a while. We switched back to Sadducees just because the local play group up here, like, everybody's kind of written off Soul Hide and nobody does Soul Hide anymore. So nobody runs anything to counter that. But the wilderness defense works really well. It's got one or two brown enhancements that can do a mass bounce and get characters out of the arc that way. And it's got a lot of recurable chump blocks because Noah can keep pulling Uzza or Blood Avenger out of the discard pile. So there's some fun things to do there.
Gotcha. Yeah, and yeah, I suppose you can still run Israel's Rebellion, so you get a little bit of the Soulhide stuff there.
Yep, and you also get 40 years, which is another mini reset on top of New Beginnings. That also kind of works nicely with the offense.
Sure, yeah, makes sense. Let's see. Wait, does Noah's Ark let you put the heroes in Ark off of 40 years?
I think Noah's Ark specifies the opponent's got to do that.
Okay, yeah, harmed or defeated by an opponent. Okay, it is. I guess that's kind of a grammar thing that I'm not sure. Like, it's, is it harmed or defeated by an opponent, or is it harmed by an opponent or defeated by an opponent? I think it is
Oh,
the
right,
latter,
right.
but it is something that's not entirely clear. But
Well,
yeah,
Redemption Grand seldom is.
yeah, I think the assumption is that if they wanted to do it the other way, it would be if your Flood Survivor is defeated by an opponent or harmed, then
Right.
yeah. So,
But I
I
mean, the
mean,
deck got to the wins, and I think Covenant with Noah can grab Genesis Human out of deck. So potentially you could, or you just leave Noah as the sole character that doesn't get under deck for 40 years, and Noah can just pull everybody else back out.
sure, yeah, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I suppose all you really need is Noah, and he pulls out the rest of the fam.
Pretty much.
Huh,
Yeah, it's still a fun deck. It's not gonna see much play at the top table in Nats probably, but it's still competitive. This still has its place in the
sure.
competitive scene.
Yeah. Did you have you like changed it at all for like or adding additional ways to counter lost souls, lost soul,
No,
or
not
tokens?
really. I mean, there's basically Woe's Son of God, and then the resets. So you still have New
Yeah.
Beginning to get off of the board before it, if it already causes too much trouble before you can get rid of it.
Right. I suppose in some situations too, you can like if they play a good dominant, you can burial to underdeck that one and all of your meek lost souls too.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
Typically, though, if we're playing the Wilderness defense, we're not running the Meek Soul Hide. It's
Yeah.
us and protect just OT good souls, and
Right. Yep.
it's not nearly as much of an issue if you're running the Wilderness defense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I do like the. I mean, like the soul high defense is uh, cool, and I like that it got a buff with Glory of the Lord a little bit. Like, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Lost Souls is definitely the tricky one to play around.
No, there's fewer things more satisfying in Redemption than your opponent dropping a Glory of the Lord, only to realize that, oh, Annis is a priest in battle.
Yep, yep. Or they like choose your Priest of Zeus, and I think
Right.
most people are thinking about Priest of Zeus because it's in the name. But yeah, this is a little less obvious, I guess. So, all right. Anyway, I will go ahead and report the score, and we'll get on with our Saturday.
Sounds good. Thank you much. Appreciate the game.
Yeah, we'll catch you later.